Okay, now that you have actually learned the basics of cryptocurrencies and how to make money, and or you may actually be more interested to actually go into this, right? Like you want to go all in and start trading and making money. Komano, most of the times it is this enthusiasm that leads to that leads to crisis. Because I know you are always excited and anxious. Now, everyone who is in crypto, mostly, we have all been there, right? However, you can actually go into a cycle of doom with losses more than you imagined, or you would actually turn crypto trading as one of your reliable revenue streams. It just depends on your strategies and whether or not you are doing something right. Now, if and what we have been doing this for some time and we have made our mistakes, we have learned from them. This is your advantage because by buying this course, you are buying personal experiences so that you don't have to repeat the mistakes that we made. Like this is literally your opportunity to learn from other people's losses. That's what they say. A wise person does not only learn from their experiences, they really learn from observing other people fail. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first mistake that beginners usually make, and which is the chasing quick profits. You literally want to be making $1,000 per day in profits. What do you have at the end of the at the end of the month? $30,000 or something. That is literally very, very, very ambitious. And most of the times, it seems to be practical. It seems like it is feasible and whatnot. But honestly speaking, when you are just starting specifically, it is a very high goal that most of the times only makes you make mistakes, right? So you might go for that, or you might even fall for get rich quick schemes. Someone might approach you to say, I need you to give me $50. I'll be giving you $10 each and every day for a week. That will look like an enticing offer, or perhaps $10 every day for a month. Where is this $10 coming from? Maybe someone wants to be trading for you, what's or not. This could look like an enticing offer because of the easiness of it and everything, but it is literally a get rich quick scheme. You need to learn yourself, you need to trade yourself, you need to make the small gains so that with time you're gaining knowledge and you're also compounding your profits. That is literally the way to go, and not chasing quick profits. Now, another mistake that you could do is joining a Ponzi scheme or a fake investment group. And they are there actually. Some people do create these schemes to say, okay, fine, you just need to invest $20. We have had cases of cryptocurrency data cloud. Recently, we had this other Ponzi scheme that was called AMC. That was literally something to do with crypto. People were having to buy crypto, once or not crypto dollars, and they were investing in that fake investment platform. At the end of the day, people lost their life savings, right? So you need to be careful about that. Now, sometimes when you are trading crypto, you might find out there are some coins that rise in one day over 50%, 100%, and when you see that on the trending tab, umaona kuti koma ile account ndagula nawo ujeni iyi, I would have made profits. What do? You switch your coin. If you were holding, let's say, Bitcoin, you sell Bitcoin and be like, okay, fine, ndikagule pump fan. When you go to buy pump uja mapanga rise ndi, for example, 50%, it might look like it is going to go in your favor because you feel like it is in an uptrend. Komano sometimes imakhaza temporary, especially for a meme coin. Amankauda wongo bangidwa push up with a hype or something like that. At the end of the day, it crashes. When it crashes, so does your money. Why did you lose this money? It's because you went in because of a form of fear of missing out. So you need to always be patient with this because there will always be trends in crypto as much as crypto is concerned. So if you are patient enough, you would be like one time to actually catch a trending coin. Another mistake that most beginners actually do is not using escrow when they are buying crypto from other people. You understand, other people, they say you don't trust a man with your money because the other people could be legit, but they could also not be. So the only way of you finding out whether they're legit or not is actually using escrow. Now, escrow acts like a middleman, right? Escrow is an authority that both of you trust. So it could be something like the seller hands over their crypto assets to the escrow authority, and then you, the buyer, pays the seller directly, and then the escrow releases the crypto to you. Or it could be counterwise, whereby you pay the money to the escrow authority, and the seller directly sends the dollars to you, and the escrow authority sends the money to the seller. Now, not using this, most of the times ends up in scams, because without escrow, you have to be bound by trust. You just have to trust this other person who is dealing with you, and that is something that is not actually reliable most of the times. Now, another mistake that you do is panic selling. Think about it. Imagine you are doing spot trading. Now, you buy, let's say, Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then its price starts going down. Most people, especially beginners, I'm against already now, because they are literally losing money, they have to go and sell. Now, if you have knowledge about stock trading, traditional stock, is that when you actually buy a stock and then its price is decreasing, it doesn't mean that you have actually lost that money. You actually lose money the time that you sell, because before you sell, it is called unrealized loss. But the moment you sell, you actualize or lock in these losses permanently. So for beginners, it is usually possible that they might feel like they are panicking because they're in a down trend or something like that. But it is usually important to actually be patient, because most of the times crypto assets being volatile, amabanga rebound, and they are going to far higher lengths than before. So avoid panic selling, perhaps. Another mistake that I have ever done personally, and I know most people do, is actually trading without enough knowledge. Now, most beginners jump into crypto without actually learning properly about the trades. There are platforms, of course, even Binance, platforms like Bybit, they do offer demo trading, right? So the essence of demo trading is that you should actually practice all your skills that you have learned on a demo account without using your real money, so that the time you go on to use real money, you should actually be sure that you know what you are doing. Now, most people skip demo trading and then go on with real money, and then they'll be losing real money, and that is something that shouldn't be done. I've ever done that before. I ended up losing a lot of money, but of course, I also learned through the process. But it would have been easier if I was learning through the demo account, isn't it not? So avoid going into crypto trading without enough knowledge. Now, of course, the knowledge that I've given you through this course is basically enough for you to get going, but you still need to trace up a few sleeves, trace up a few jokers up your sleeve, so that you can be an expert trader. This is for beginners, as I said. Now, there are basic crypto practices that you need to follow so that you can be successful. Because if anything, crypto demands discipline and smart habits, as I have written on this slide. Now, as volatile as crypto may be, this list of best practices will never change. You break one law, you might risk losing your entire portfolio. So you need to be very, very careful. Now, the first one is that don't trade blindly. I've said that you need to learn first, right? You need to educate yourself. Learn before practicing with real money. There is a demo account for a reason. And you need to actually follow the recent crypto news from reliable sources, such as CoinMarketCap, which is literally what I like. You could use TradingView, Amakaso, crypto news, and etc., YouTube and what's not. So this way, you can be able to know what is happening in the crypto world before you actually make your trades. And another thing is that you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. There's this popular saying, it inspires almost every aspect of our lives, right? So the problem with putting your eggs in one basket is that when that basket crashes, all your eggs are gone. Now think about it. If you put all your money in one crypto and that crypto asset crashes, what will happening is you're losing your entire portfolio just like that. Most expert traders that I know, what they do is that they diversify into up to like maybe 20 different cryptos that they have invested, so that maybe one of those is going to blow up and they could change their life forever, right? So you need to be able to diversify. And another thing is that you need to be patient and avoid emotional trading. As I have said, most people end up panicking and what's not. But you need to know that there is a possibility that your crypto assets could actually be retrieved when the price bounces back. Of course, you need to know that sometimes they may not. That is the reality of life. That is why you are given an option to put a stop loss. Komano, just avoid doing everything under panic. You need to actually reason. For anything, you need your full and straight head to do this. Otherwise, if you are an emotionally unintelligible person, then you may be bound for trouble. And another thing is that you need to always and at any time only use reputable platforms, right? I'm talking about exchanges like Binance, Pi, Bitcoin, Base, Zero Card. And if you are doing P2P, don't do it without escrow. I've said this already, right? This way, you're going to keep yourself safe from scams. Now, reaching the juncture, I think I've really explained some of the most frequent things that people do wrong, and given you a few tips up your sleeve so that you could start your crypto journey safely. And I really expect that you're going to have a safe journey and a prosperous journey on your crypto exploits. You literally have enough information for you to get started. And of course, if you have any questions or clarifications that you need, my WhatsApp line is always online so that you could ask me anything. I'm going to answer. So I'll see you in the crypto world.